my YouTube. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a special guest. Yes, I'm
Excuse you.
Who's in front of the camera?
Okay.
Oh, it's because you got a big head, right?
Hair cutting fundamentals.
Why would you say that on my YouTube channel?
Bro, I'm trying to read here.
Okay, continue.
Ready? By developing your technical skills and following a systematic procedure, you will experience accuracy and consistency in all your work. The following haircutting techniques are presented in order or sequence in which you will perform any given haircut. These techniques consist of sectioning, head positioning, parting, distribution, projection angle, finger and shear position, and design line. Other techniques with which you'll need to be familiar to be proficient at haircutting include cross-checking, texturizing, outlining, and special grooming. However, prior to learning about any of these techniques, you will need to be familiar with the areas of the head. Okay? Yeah. So, wait. Do we pause it?
No, you keep going.
Okay.
Who's going to read next?
I got the next
Areas of the head. Go ahead.
Areas of the head. The most common areas or reference points of the head are the crest, parietal, interior, exterior, front, back, sides, nape, crown, occipital, something like that, apex, fringe, and perimeter, or the hairline.
Fringe, right?
Fringe, yeah, and then perimeter. As mentioned earlier, the crest is the widest area of the head. The area above the crest is referred to as the interior, and the area below is the exterior. The front and the back are divided vertically from ear to ear. The side is the area in the front on the top of the ear. The apex refers to the top or the highest point of the head. In the back of the head, right below the crest area, is a bone that protrudes from the head. This bone is known as the occipital. Yeah. Below the occipital bone or something is a nape, while above the occipital, is the crown. The front area of the interior is referred to as the fringe or bangs. That area all around the hairline is referred to as the perimeter. Next page.
I'll do sectioning.
Sectioning is next.
So we're on 270, sectioning.
Yes.
Every successful haircut begins with sectioning. Sectioning involves dividing the hair into workable areas for purpose of control. The most common sectioning pattern divides the hair into 4 sections, the front hairline to the nape and ear to ear. The number of sections and the type of sectioning pattern you choose depends on the type of haircut you will be creating.
Next.
Next.
else?
Head position.
Okay. Head position. The position of the client's head during the haircut is generally influenced by the final result. The most common head position is upright, forward, or tilted to either side. When cutting the chair in an upright head position, the most natural pure result of the line is achieved. When cutting the hair forward head position, the neck is stretched. When the head is returned to upright position, the slight under bevel effect is achieved. The under bevel occurs because the hair in the nape is now shorter than the surface length, resulting in the inclination of the slight graduated effect. To refine the perimeter hairline, the head is gently tilted and allows for the comfort of seeing the area.
Okay. Partings are lines that subdivide sections of hair in order to separate, distribute, and control the hair while cutting. Generally, the parting pattern will be parallel to the design, which is the guidelines called while cutting. The most common parting lines are horizontal, vertical, diagonal, back, diagonal forward, concave, and convex. For maximum ease, efficiency, and precision when making partings, the hair is combed in the direction that the parting will be made. Okay, I'll go again. Distribution is the direction the hair is combed in relation to the parting. 4 types of distribution are natural, perpendicular, shifted, and directional.
I'll do now.
I'll go again.
Okay.
Okay, which one?
Never mind, I already got it.
Okay.
Natural distribution is the direction the hair assumes as it falls naturally from the head due to gravity. Natural distribution is used from horizontal, diagonal, concave, and convex lines, and is primarily used to cut solid forms.
Do all of that until
Okay.
we get to another green one.
Perpendicular distribution. In perpendicular distribution, the hair is combed at a 90-degree angle from its parting. This type of distribution can be used from any line and is primarily used to cut graduated and layered forms. Keep in mind that perpendicular lines intersect to form a 90-degree angle. Shifted distribution. When the hair is combed out of natural distribution in any direction except perpendicular to its parting, it is known as shifted distribution or over direction. Shifted distribution can be used when cutting most forms except solid form. It is generally used for exaggerated length increases and blending between different forms. Directional distribution. With directional distribution, the hair is distributed vertically or straight up from the head and horizontally or straight out from the head. Directional distribution results in length increases due to the curve of the head.
All right. Projection. Projection, also known as elevation, is the angle at which the hair is held in relation to the curve of the head prior to and while cutting. The most common projection angles used in hair cutting are 0, 45, and 90-degree angles. Between 0 and 30 degrees are considered to be low projection. Between 30 degrees and 60 degrees, medium projection, and between 60 degrees and 90 degrees, high projection. Projecting below 90 degrees produces weight. Projection at angles 90 degrees and above begin to layer the hair. And then there's natural fall. It's the natural position of the hair assumes due to gravity. With 0 degrees, the hair is held flat to the surface of the head while cutting. With 45 degrees, the hair is held halfway between 0 and 90 while cutting. With 9 degrees, the hair is held straight out from the curve of the head while cutting.
Okay, I'll go again. Finger and shear position refers to the position of the fingers and shears relative to the parting. The two basic types of finger and shear position are parallel and non-parallel. For the parallel finger, the shear position the fingers are positioned at an equal distance away from the parting. Cutting in this manner will result in the purest reflection of the chosen line. With a non-parallel with a non-parallel finger and shear position, the fingers are positioned unequally away from the parting. Non-parallel cutting is generally used to blend between contrasting lengths and to create exaggerated length increases. I'll read again. Okay. Next is design line. A design line is an artistic guideline while cutting. Any line such as horizontal, vertical, diagonal can be used to create a design line. These two types of design line are stationary and mobile, or transitional. A stationary design line is a stable guide to which all lengths are directed. This design line is generally used to cut solid and increase layered forms and to achieve a weight area concentrated of lengths and gradual forms. A mobile or traveling design line is a mobile guideline that consists of a small amount of previously cut hair which is used as a length guide to cut subsequent partings. A mobile design line is used to cut graduated and layered forms and square combination forms. Who's next? Next is cross-checking.
Should we show?
This video is 8 minutes
Should we
long.
be showing them the pictures too?
We haven't done it so far. Why are we going to start now?
Because I just saw them do it.
Cross-checking. Cross-checking is used to check a haircut for balance and accuracy. This technique is performed by using the opposite parting pattern that was used to cut the hair. For example, if you cut the hair horizontally, you will cross-check it vertically. In addition to cross-checking your haircut after the service, you may wish to cross-check it periodically throughout the haircut in order to monitor yourself and avoid mistakes.
Did you get this?
No, I haven't.
Texturizing, which is sometimes referred as thinning, involves cutting shorter lengths within the foil to reduce the bulk or create support, closeness, boldness, mobility, and visual texture in the haircut without shortening the length or removing weight. Texturizing can be done with the razor, shears, or taper shears to create various results, depending on the type of tool you use and the position of the tool that is in relation to the hair. For instance, when thinning the hair with the razor, pointing shears are applied to will decrease the amount of hair removed. As to dry one shears or taper shears are used, generally there are 3 areas strand where texturizing techniques are performed, which are the base, midsection, and ends. In addition to cutting with taper shears, texturization techniques include razor, etching, slithering, razor, and razor rotation.
Okay, base texturizing. Base texturizing, which is performed between the scalp up to 1 inch, probably 1 inch, or away from the scalp, creates expansion and fullness. This technique removes weight at the base, allowing the hair to lift away from the head. The shorter lengths support the longer lengths to encourage natural texture and movement. Midstream texturizing. Midstream texturizing, which is performed between the end of the base area up to 1 inch before the ends, reduces bulk and weight. The shorter lengths support the longer lengths to create fullness or a contoured effect. Can I keep going? You want me to go?
Yeah.
I'll go after.
Okay. We are at end texturizing, right? Okay. End texturizing, which is performed on the ends of the hair, reduces bulk and weight to allow for mobility. End texturizing also softens the ends and helps to blend weight lines. Razor etching, which is used to reduce weight or remove length, is a technique which the ends of the hair are carved into with a razor using a back and forth motion. The blade may be positioned at the side of the hair section, parallel to the fingers, or at the top of the section, perpendicular to the fingers. Slithering. Slithering, which is also referred to as effilating, is a technique in which the shears are opened and closed rhythmically while moving upward from the end. Slithering removes bulk and creates mobility. Razor rotation. Razor rotation is performed by rotating the razor and comb along the hair strand to remove weight. This technique is used for blending and creating close-fitting contours. The hair should be damp when performing razor rotation in order to avoid client discomfort. Texturizing considerations. Before doing any of these texturizing techniques, always consider the hair's natural texture in order to determine where on the hair strand to perform the technique. For instance, fine hair can be texturized closer to the scalp than coarse hair. Since fine hair texture needs the extra support of the shorter length underneath in order to achieve a fuller looking effect. When coarse hair is texturized too close to the scalp, the shorter lengths will poke through the surface hair, creating an uneven spiked effect. As a general rule, coarse hair should be texturized at least 1.5 inches, 3.75 centimeters away from the scalp. Medium hair should be texturized 1 inch, 3.5 centimeters away from the scalp, and the fine hair can be texturized. Why are you laughing? He's laughing at you.
Who's laughing?
She looks like a bean.
As close as 1/2 inch or 1.25 centimeters from the scalp. Keep in mind, however, that a very light stroke must be used to avoid a chunky texturizing effect. I'm not done.
Oh.
Very very curly hair requires some special considerations, although it is generally recommended to texturize the hair while it's damp. Very curly hair should be texturized while it is dry to allow for more control in the shrinkage factor. An emollient-based product may be applied near the base prior to texturizing for further ease while cutting. As a professional stylist, you will need to determine which types of texturizing techniques and the amount of texturizing needed for each client according to hair type and desired results. Texturizing should be done where the most bulk exists. When in doubt, remember that it's always better to remove less hair than too much. Avoid thinning around the hairline. Such thinning creates short, uneven hairs in areas that are difficult to control. Okay.
Are we done?
No.
No, we
Outlining.
still gotta go to 277, girl.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Outlining is outlining the hair is cutting technique used to define the perimeter hairline. Shears and razor or clippers can be used for this technique.
Yeah, it's like an
Personalizing the nape is a very crucial step in completing the haircut. Be sure to analyze and follow the natural growth pattern when outlining the nape area. The tips of the shears may be used to outline the entire hairline, including the sideburns, ears, and nape. Generally, the tips of the shears are used to create the outline. The clippers, trimmers, or razors used to cut the hair beyond the outline area. Remember that some local laws profit that use a razor on the skin. Check your regulating agency's rules. Clippers or trimmers may also be used for outlining. The clipper blade is placed against the skin. The hair is cut section by section. Special grooming for men includes this is special grooming. Includes trimming eyebrows, ears, and nose hair. Beards, goatees, and mustaches are also part of the grooming and outlining process. Once a design is decided upon, any tool can be used to achieve the desired effect. Generally, overcomb techniques are used to groom the eyebrows, trim the beard, or mustache. The shear over the comb technique, controlling the hair with the comb, then cutting the lengths protruding from the comb, is generally used to cut eyebrow hair that has been grown too long. Any volunteers?
I'll read it.
Okay.
You didn't read the example yet, right?
No.
Alright. Show them the example, I guess. Where the guy is shaving his weird little thing.
Here.
Trimmers can be used to maintain the shape of a beard or mustache. Other fundamental considerations. Oh, here we go. When performing any of the techniques described in this chapter, it is important to consider the client's natural growth patterns to determine which haircut will work best, as well as to personalize that cut through fringe and or nape variations. Fringe and nape variation. The fringe is the hair that partially or completely covers the forehead in a hairstyle. The nape is the hair that covers the area at the back of the neck. It is important to adapt the fringe to the shape and features of your client's face and to the haircut, as well as to consider the length and width of your client's neck when determining the right nape design. While your design options are virtually limitless, here are a few examples. Show the examples, por favor. A solid fringe can frame the eyes, which is the first example. A longer fringe can be swept to the side to expose the forehead, second example. A layered fringe area adds texture, fullness, and height, third example. Nape variations can be customized according to your client's growth patterns and desired results. Refer to the Design Decisions chapter for further guidelines. Do you want me just to read the last page?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay. Growth patterns. In addition to considering the hair's texture, it is important to determine other critical design elements before you begin cutting. For instance, the hair in each area of the scalp is likely to grow differently. You will need to adapt your cutting techniques to accommodate each of these areas. A widow's peak. A widow's peak is a prominent hair growth pattern that forms from a point at the front of the hairline and curves to one side. Leave fringe area longer to avoid spiking, which is sticking up straight up effect. A cowlick characterized by a strong growth pattern that moves to the right or left is usually found in straight or wavy hair at the front hairline or crown. Cut the hair following the same direction it naturally grows and falls. Allow additional length in this area to avoid spiking. A whirl is a strong circular direction growth on either side of the nape or crown. Allow additional length to the hair. Allow additional length so the hair will remain flat, or cut the hair very close to the scalp to avoid spiking. A whirl is defined as anything that circles or turns on or around something else. A person can be identified by the whirls of his or her fingerprints. Do we read the infection control and safety?
I think, yeah. No. She said just up to the blue. So we're done. Thank you guys for being...
Thank you guys for watching our video. It's really long.
It's 18 minutes long. I know. We're going to edit it. It's fine.
Comment on the bottom section and
Follow us on Instagram.
Like, comment, subscribe.
turn the bell button on.
We're going to have our socials. Turn our push buttons. I mean, turn our push
Notification
notifications.
bell.
You're just making it longer.
Okay, bye.